Figured I'd share with you a quick one today about my GE Monogram ice machine I picked up for 20 bucks. Didn't know what was wrong with it, but I figured I'd take a shot in the dark. But I wanted to share what was wrong with it because I think it applies to today's appliances as well. This, like everything else, has a bunch of, has a computer in it. You know, things can't be simple anymore with a timer and whatnot. So what happened with this one was the cooling fan back there wasn't coming on, but the compressor would come on. So obviously we know that's bad. Traced it back to the computer inside, and this was an intermittent problem, by the way. Sometimes the fan would come on and sometimes it wouldn't. So what I trace this back to is it's got a relay on the motherboard, on the circuit board, for every single component that this thing has to turn on and off, which it has a lot. It has a compressor, it's got the fan, it's got the reversing valve, it's got the water fill valve, and it's got several other things inside of there. So it got a lot of relays, but basically the contacts on the relays would burn up. And sometimes when it would close, it would turn the fan on, and other times it wouldn't. So what I did there was I just completely bypassed the computer altogether, and I just tied the power wire for the fan in with the power wire for the compressor. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with this. I mean, this isn't a heavy load application. You know, that fan motor might draw maybe a quarter of an amp, you know, so it's not going to endanger anything there. And basically the reason why I'm sharing this is because I know a lot of today's modern refrigerators have, you know, circuit boards, computers in there, and, you know, they cost quite a bit of money. So, you know, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but I'm saying there's alternatives. You know, for me, I got $20 invested in this thing, and if it craps out, it craps out. I'm not really that worried about it. But, you know, why am I going to go out and spend $200 on a new brain for this thing when the only problem with it is the fan's not coming on because the relay is bad on the board? So, you know, I'm just showing you guys other options. It doesn't have to be controlled with the relay on the motherboard. It can be controlled by something else that gets turned on at the same time. You know, or, you know, let's say I really wouldn't care if this fan ran all the time. I mean, I could take the main power wire in here, this black wire, and I could just tie it in with the power wire there, and it just run all the time, 24/7. I don't really care. I prefer it to be turned on and off when it needs to be. So, you know, it's just an idea. It's just a video showing that there is other things that you can do. You know, I mean, if it's a $2,000 fridge and it, you know, it's relatively new, you may not want to go hacking the wires on it. But if it's something that you really don't care if it stays going or not, it's the alternative. I just figured I'd share with you guys.